Okay, real talk. Every year, Cannes does something to people. Perfectly normal celebrities show up to the south of France and suddenly they're serving old Hollywood royalty, accidentally coordinating with their partners, or completely reinventing themselves in a single outfit. And this year was absolutely no different. Elijah Wood and Melanie Laurent, that coral dress with the volume, the laughter, the energy, the chemistry did more heavy lifting than the fashion ever could. James Franco and Isabel Huppert kept it clean, kept it sleek, kept it very much we're the cool ones at this party. And Adriana Paz and Diego Luna showed up in coordinating black, looking so polished and intentional, it almost felt personal. But here's the thing, Cannes has been doing this for decades. The French Riviera has a way of making everything feel more cinematic, more dramatic, more everything. And trust me, by the time we get to the throwback moments later in this video, it's going to feel like a walk through a dream. So buckle up because we're going all the way back. Let's start in 2004. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Hollywood's golden couple at peak golden couple energy. Brad in a sharp tux, Jen in a white beaded gown that was soft, glamorous, and genuinely flawless. They looked exactly like what early 2000s Cannes royalty was supposed to look like. Untouchable, effortless, almost annoyingly perfect together. But then, everything changed. 4 years later, Brad walked that same red carpet with a completely different chapter of his life already written. In 2008, he arrived with a pregnant Angelina Jolie, and the entire atmosphere shifted in an instant. Brad stayed classic in black, but Angelina, that flowing green gown, stopped the world. Dramatic without overdoing it. Cinematic without trying. It fit the Cannes energy so perfectly it almost felt planned by the universe. And speaking of transformations, can we talk about Nicole Kidman because her Cannes story practically writes itself? In 1992, she showed up with Tom Cruise looking polished, reserved, classically elegant in black. Beautiful, yes. But compare that to 2013 when she came back with Keith Urban, and suddenly Nicole was unrecognizable in the best possible way. Sculpted blonde waves, a bold, dramatic printed gown, and this energy that said, I have arrived and I am having the time of my life. The shift in her presence across those two appearances is honestly one of the most fascinating fashion evolutions Cannes has ever given us. Now let's talk about 97. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore were the definition of peak 90s power couple. Bruce played it traditional in a tux, while Demi turned the whole thing into a moment with a sleek black belted dress, a bold floral coat, and ruby and diamond jewelry that had no business going that hard at a film festival. And yet, it worked. Completely. Compare that to Kate Moss and Johnny Depp in 1998, who basically showed up to Cannes like they'd rather be somewhere else and somehow still looked cooler than every single person on that carpet. Kate in a feather-trimmed black dress, Johnny in slightly undone tailoring. That messy, unbothered rock star glamour that Cannes secretly loves almost as much as the couture. Iconic. Different kind of iconic, but iconic. Then 2002 gave us two completely different flavors of couple goals in the same year. Ryan Gosling and Sandra Bullock brought soft floral energy. Sandra in ruffles and a flowing train, Ryan keeping it relaxed beside her. Sweet, unexpected, genuinely charming. But on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Monica Bellucci and Vincent Cassel arrived looking like the two most stylish antagonists in a European thriller. Monica in a lace-up black dress that was equal parts elegant and dangerous. Vincent matching her energy without even trying. Honestly, if you were at that premiere, you were watching them, not the film. Fast forward to 2010, and Cannes delivered two more unforgettable duos. Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony brought playful, flashy fun. J-Lo in a short silver mini that nobody else could have pulled off. Meanwhile, Salma Hayek and Francois-Henri Pinault went full old Hollywood glamour with a rich red gown and a timeless tux that looked like it belonged on a movie poster, not a red carpet. And then Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds happened. 2014, a couple that was basically assembled in a lab specifically for red carpets. Blake's dramatic black and white gown next to Ryan's sleek tuxedo, coordinated without feeling costumey, stunning without even trying to be. These two were simply not fair. Natalie Portman and Benjamin Millepied in 2015 brought polished, refined elegance. That red gown was stunning, genuinely stunning. Although, and tell me if you noticed this too, the black sandals slightly interrupted the whole moment. A necklace might have sealed it completely. Sometimes perfection is one small detail away. And in 2016, George and Amal Clooney reminded us that you don't need drama to make an impact. Amal's soft yellow gown felt almost weightless. George in his classic tux looked like he'd been wearing one since birth. Together, quietly iconic. No effort, maximum effect. Grace Kelly, 1 year before she became actual royalty, walked Cannes with her then boyfriend Jean Pierre Aumont. She was in satin and white fur, looking every single inch the screen goddess she was. And Jean Pierre's tuxedo beside her completed the whole old Hollywood moment so perfectly it felt like a film still, not a red carpet photo. The composure, the elegance, the absolute grace, pun fully intended, than Audrey Hepburn and Mel Ferrer in 1960. Audrey in an embellished gown, opera gloves, satin heels, looking effortlessly like no one else on earth could ever look. Mel kept it understated beside her because honestly, what else could you do? The two of them looked like they walked directly off a classic film poster and onto the Riviera. And then Prince Charles and Princess Diana in 1987. Diana in a flowing pale blue gown that made the entire world stop. Charles in formal traditional dress beside her. The whole appearance felt less like a red carpet moment and more like a royal fairy tale playing out in real time. It genuinely did not look real. And yet there it is. Solo legends. The icons who owned cans alone. Now let's give credit where it's massively due. Because not every iconic can moment came with a partner. Sophia Loren in a white gown that still defines old Hollywood glamour. We're still talking about it. Because of course we are. Madonna showed up in Jean Paul Gaultier, corset top, dramatic skirt, zero apologies, and basically rewrote the red carpet rulebook in one outfit. Rebellious, bold, completely her. No one else could have done it. Salma Hayek in 1999 in that gold and cream gown, absolute goddess energy. Claudia Schiffer in 2000 looking otherworldly in gold. Elizabeth Hurley sparkling in silver in 2003. Nicole Kidman in 2001 with that black ruffled skirt that proved couture drama is always the right answer. Charlize Theron in 2004 in a sky blue Dior gown, soft, dreamy, and completely unforgettable. Then back in 2015 in a bold DR look that was a totally different kind of stunning. That woman can do absolutely everything. Penelope Cruz in 2006 in yellow Dior tulle, giving pure goddess energy. Angelina Jolie appearing at Cannes consistently over the years and consistently leaving us speechless. Naomi Campbell in 2010 in a Roberto Cavalli gown that shimmered like golden scales. Goddess meets supermodel. And we were absolutely here for it. Bella Hadid in 2021 in that jaw-dropping Schiaparelli gown that was part dress, part sculpture, part work of art. Kate Blanchett in 2018 in sleek Armani Privé with shepherd earrings that were the most perfect finishing touch. Anne Hathaway in 2022 in a white Armani gown, with puff sleeves reminding us that classic glamour is never going out of style. And then Natalie Portman delivering one of the most cinematic looks the festival has ever seen. A Dior gown inspired by a 1951 couture design, all tulle and velvet and moonlit shimmer. That wasn't just a dress. That was storytelling. And finally, Jennifer Lawrence in 2023. Red Christian Dior, elegant, dramatic, modern. The kind of look that makes you remember exactly why Cannes exists in the first place. Cannes doesn't just show you fashion. It shows you evolution. It shows you transformation. It shows you exactly who someone is or who they become in a single appearance on a single carpet. So here's my question for you. Which era of Cannes do you think had the best looks overall? The old Hollywood throwbacks, the early 2000s power couples, or the recent modern icons? Drop your answer in the comments, because I genuinely need to know where you stand on this.